Hello. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Evan. Nobody important. I'm trying something new for me. I've been hanging around the house for a couple of years now. I've been on full disability. Back in 21, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. Went through the surgery, went through chemo. Oh, Lord, that stuff sucks. But once that was all said and done, I was off of work for 8 months. Right around 8 months. Went back to work. I was at work for about a year and a half, doing my regular checkups, 6 months. And in January of 24, I did my 6-month checkup, blood work, seeing the oncologist. My tumor marker levels were elevated. So she called me in and wanted me to do the CT scan, check everything out. Well, did that, come back. I have a spot on my liver that's the size of a strawberry. So I had to take off from work, go on short-term disability, just try to get it all squared away. Did the chemo first, because they want to try to shrink it. And me and chemo don't get along. Like I said again, this stuff sucks. And it's no fun. You can ask anybody that's taking chemo. It's no fun. And anyway, I took it. Was having a lot of problems with it. It was making me look like I had Parkinson's. I was shaking so bad. But my oncologist had told me, she said, you mind if I get some help to figure out what we can do? Because the treatments that you're supposed to be having is for this type of cancer, you're having problems. I said, yes. So she calls up MD Anderson. And gets me set up for an oncologist there. And also, like I said, we're looking for a surgeon. I already had a surgeon picked out, chose for me. And he was wanting to do the surgery, just like cut me open and go in and take care of the liver. And when I got to Houston, I talked to him. The surgeon there wanted to do it robotically. So yeah, yeah, you want to do it robotically. You don't want to be ripped open, and it's a quicker process of healing going through it robotically. So I did all that. We set it up. We got the surgery. We got the surgery done. They stopped me off the chemo. Did the surgery, and I've been doing checkups every 3 months with CT scans and blood work for the past 2 years. I was wanting to go back to work, but with me having to go back and forth to the doctor, taking off, I can't afford that. I use up all my vacation. And the company I work with, they finally gave us sick days. I would have been through all that, through the whole process, going to the doctor, taking vacation days. Then I'll be taking off for not getting paid. And I can't afford that. But anyway, I talked to make my decision on the full disability, since this was my second go around of cancer. I talked to the oncologist in Houston and questioned her. I said, hey, I want you to be straight up with me. Is there a chance for the cancer to come back? She said, well, I hope it don't come back. I said, well, I hope it don't come back either, but is there a chance? I said, be honest with me. She goes, yes, there is a chance it can come back, and there's a chance it can come back in your liver. And I like, okay, I mean, that's what I wanted to hear. And that's what made me decide, yeah, let's try the full disability. You know, I have a wife of 25 years this year. 2 daughters, 22 and 18. And I want to be around for a long time. You know, I want to see them do things in life and be there for them. And that's, you know, that's on your mind all the time. Every parent's like that. They want to do for their kids. You know, I want to be there for my wife and my kids. So I made a decision to do the full disability. I was blessed to get the full disability. Do I like it? And these horseflies are killing me. But I don't like it, but I have enough time to go to the doctor. I don't have to take off of work. All I gotta do is just get a hotel room and go take care of my appointments. And 3 months comes around quick. Very, very quick. It's like, man, I just went, you know. But dealing with the doctors is a pain. So I decided, you know, to do this. I'm home. I mow the yard, take care of the yard. I help out around on the property. I have my good days, I have my bad days. I mean, there's days I have good energy, and there's days I just don't feel like doing nothing. I haven't got my full energy. It's kind of hard to explain. There's people worse off than me. And I can imagine how they feel. But I'm not just going, I don't like sitting around. I really don't. I'm used to working. I'm used to providing for my family. And now I'm a couch potato. Yeah, man, my weight says it all. I've gained weight just being at home. I've tried to lose the weight, and it don't do no good. But I watch a lot of YouTube. There's a lot of channels that I love watching. The people that's gotten me by from since 21. I have been watching YouTube for a long time, but I've really started watching some major channels, some people that I've enjoyed watching, that's entertaining. I watch pretty much almost everything. You know, I like Adam the Woo. I loved watching Adam the Woo. He was going to movie spots, abandoned locations, you know, and then before he passed away, he was doing like Disneyland, Disney World. He was starting to go out of the country. And hey, I enjoyed that. Now, he was doing things that I would love to do. Along with Jacob the Carpetbagger, Scott on Tape. You know, people like that's exploring. Just checking out places, adventures. Now I'm also getting to that paranormal investigation. You know, Twin Paranormal, Ghost Files. You know, I was watching all of them, bored out of my mind. Mechanics, you know, people that was doing mechanics. Vice Grip Garage, Puddin's Fab Shop. He's a character. I like watching him. He's entertaining, you know. But I was interested in all that stuff, you know. I'm sitting at home and I'm bored, and that's what kept me entertained. I can watch YouTube 24/7. There's always something on there to watch. Anything, you look it up, it's there. I've had to do some mechanic work on vehicles at the house. Guess what? I pulled YouTube up, bam, it's there, baby. You know, I'm not a mechanic, so thanks to YouTube, I can do some things on a vehicle that I've never done before. But I decided to do YouTube because a guy I worked with, he has a YouTube page, and he talks. He does anything sports, and his main thing he really talks about is the New Orleans Saints. And he told me that I need to start up a YouTube page, and I wouldn't know what to do. He told me just when it's pouring the slab from my house, he said get out there, and he said you're doing that yourself. He said just record yourself digging the footers, or you know, doing the dirt work and odds and ends. Do that. He said people will watch it. And I'm like, you know, to me, some people, there might be people like me that's like, okay, that's pretty cool, you know, like to see how they do it and how they do the dirt work and everything. if it wasn't for my father-in-law, eh, he's the one helped out a lot because he's a carpenter. I'm not. No, I'm not a carpenter at all. But I don't mind trying to learn something to do something. But I didn't know what to do. So it took me a while. I have been watching all kinds of people on, like I said, been watching people on YouTube, all different channels, and the main thing that really sparked my interest, well, there's a couple of things, was like how adventures are out there. They're around Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. They go around and show what's new, things to do in that area. Same as like Yankees in the South, they do the same thing. Just, going to places like that, sightsee, look at nature. And just do certain things like that. And also was paranormal investigation. When it comes down to that, yeah, there's some things that's unexplainable. Things that's happened that you can't really explain. And that's what I would like to do, is do some of that. Is I want to debunk some of this stuff. I'm kind of a skeptic when it comes down to stuff, because the stuff that you watch, you're like, okay, is this real? Is this really happening? Or are they really seeing this? Or did that happen? Did somebody got a string on them cabinets or them drawers, or slamming the door, or anything like that? And you're like, I just don't know. I got to see it for myself to believe it. And that's another thing I would like to do. But just getting started I think, truthfully, is the hard part. It's really the hard part, trying to get started. What do I say? What do I do? How do I create the content? And then walking through these woods, how do I keep my butt from getting bit by a rattlesnake? Yeah, I can't stand them critters. Yeah, I'm wanting to try different things. I want to get myself out of the house and do more. I know I have a lot of things I have to do around the house. That occupies some of my time. And this water is nasty. But I just want to find something to do, entertain myself. There's a little minnows in there. I don't know if y'all can see them in there. Oops, excuse me. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Yeah, let me know what y'all think of that I ought to try to do. And I mean, some of y'all probably like the walking and talking. Let's just talk about life. Anything, I'm up for it. There's a lot of people that knows me. I can talk. And it's probably aggravating to others. They're like, man, he runs his mouth too much. And that's the way I feel about I feel about these paranormal videos. You know, like, okay, quit putting the music and all these sound effects in there. I know if y'all have already listened to it and everything and there's nothing there, so y'all just gonna put something there to kind of entertain the audience. But I'm like, I want to listen, because if they want you to listen and say, hey, if y'all hear anything while y'all watching this video, put in a comment below and let us know about it. Well, try your best, but sometimes your music and all that stuff is kind of interfering with any kind of sound that you can hear that's in the building, the house, or wherever you're at. And hey, they've been doing stuff like that longer than I have, and they know how to create the content. They know exactly what works, how to get the people in. So yeah, that's my goal. It's not technically my goal. It's just something to keep me occupied, to get my mind off of things. I don't want to be sitting around the house just worrying about my health. I mean, I do worry about my health, don't get me wrong. If I want to be home, I want to find something that I might enjoy doing. Sorry, I'm breathing heavy. And again, I'm out of shape. Well, yeah, I like watching them videos, like the paranormal investigation, working on vehicles. There's some things I might click on and I'm like, okay, they have a good channel, but I'm not feeling the vibe. If you know what I mean? Just not today. I'm not feeling it today. I'm not really interested in this. You know? And now I might watch some documentaries on things. And it's a lot of people understand where I'm coming from. Keep my mind occupied. Just give myself something to do. Bored out of my mind. Don't get me wrong, I love nature. But do I get out and do it very often? No. No, not a bit. Not one bit. But I do love it. You know, and if I lived in an area that had some real good scenery, oh man, I would be outside every day. But when you live in the location I'm in, yeah, we got pretty country. But to me, it's normal scenery. It's not eye-appealing, you know. Yeah, if people's enjoying this little walk and talk that I'm doing, I know some just rambling on. Again, it's to entertain myself. And maybe I can find something to entertain y'all. I'm open up for any ideas. So that's what this channel is going to be about. is basically anything. Basically anything. There. Wave at that camera. I didn't even know it was back here. I don't hardly ever come back here. So thank y'all for listening. If you stayed on long enough to listen. And just kind of looking at the scenery here in Mississippi. It is a good place to live. People talk bad about it. The people that was raised here had good things to say about it. The people that wasn't raised here talk bad about it. It's a good place to live, truthfully. Yeah, I do want to move someday, but gotta have money for that. Yeah, just in walking and talking today and determining on what I'm gonna do. As you can tell, I'm not very good with a camera. Hopefully it don't look like the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, we ain't seen no critters yet. I did see a couple of does earlier. I wasn't quick enough to get the camera on them. And the one thing I don't want to run into is a snake. Can't stand a snake. Everybody wants to protect the snakes. But you know, in the Bible, the snake is evil, so here we go. Yeah, y'all just let me know something. I'm just trying to think of things to say. I'm probably repeating myself or sound like a total complete idiot. I mean, I feel like one. Walking through the field in the woods, talking to myself. You'd think I'd be used to it since I did that when I was a kid. I entertained myself. I think every kid entertained himself. I'm 48 years old and I'm still entertaining myself by talking to myself. Now, one thing I can say, I don't think I've answered myself. Well, there might have been a few times. I mean, you know what I mean. Nobody out there deny saying, hey, I don't talk to myself and I've never answered myself. Well, if you're sitting there thinking about something, you're talking it out loud, and then oh yeah, it's this right here, there you go. You just answered yourself. You answered your own question. Talking to yourself. Oh my God. It's hot. It is hot today. When I first started trying to do this, I started yesterday and didn't like it. my phone cut off several times because it overheated. It is very hot here in the south. But hey, I take this pretty weather. It has been pretty. We've had some days that it was just raining and raining and raining. You need to mow the yard and you can't. And then next minute you have short grass, and the next minute, hey, your grass is about as tall as this. It's like a stinking jungle. They say sharpen your blades after, what, 6 acres? I might be wrong. 6 acres you have to resharpen your blades. Well, I would have to do that every time I mow, because we live on the property with family members, and I mow everything. And it's like 7.6 acres that I'm mowing. It's no fun. I really hate mowing, but I do it because it's got to be done. You want your property to look good. And that's another thing that keeps you occupied. Yeah. I know you ain't gonna like it from me talking, but if you want me to try to do some more content, finding something to do, just hey, shoot me a comment down below saying, hey, won't you try this out? Record yourself doing this, or now I'm not gonna do nothing really dangerous. I do have my limits. I can do some stuff that's kind of crazy, but I'm not gonna do something too outrageous. I would let you know if, hey, I can't do that. But I am up to about anything. I did say anything. But trying to find places to go, things to do. And when they get in this certain area, there's these little deer flies. They're almost like sand flies, miniature horse flies. They eat you up. But y'all just let me know something. That's the reason I decided, not really for sure on the channel what to call it. I did put Adventures with Evan. There's a lot of adventure channels out there, but I know everybody has different places to go, to see, to show. But I know I done said but a lot of times. Hey, this is my first time, and I don't know what to say. Actually having somebody with me and talking, carrying on a conversation is probably easier than trying to talk to a camera. And yes, no, you haven't seen my face yet. So my head would take up the whole camera. I got a fat head. So I think y'all would rather see what's in front of me and where I'm walking to. I ain't been really showing much, just right in front of me. I'm just in the woods behind the house. This was the easiest way to start off. And just kind of talk and figure out what I want to do. Get my feet wet in the YouTube world. And to see if anybody would actually subscribe to my channel, like my channel. If it becomes a channel. If you want to help me out here and tell me what I might be interested in doing. Give me ideas. Right now I can't pay to go different places. I'm trying to do free places right now. That's kind of local. So I can't just go to another state, spend the night. I'm not that wealthy right now. I don't plan on getting wealthy. I don't have the money right now to go do all that. And when it comes down to the point when I can, though, I do it. But if I go to a town that might have something interesting, I might throw a short video on about it. You know, there's some places that I've thought about that I can talk about this and show some of the history on this little town. You know, I can do all that right now. But we'll figure it out. You know, I think I've been yapping for about almost 36 minutes. And bored y'all enough? Again, I'm bored too. So if you're watching this and enjoying me walking and talking, you're bored too. But it's okay. You know, we all get bored. Some people just likes the scenery. You know, the open field, some of the woods. Yeah, before I get off of here, we'll walk over here to the pond. Really ain't much in it. Just water. There's a few little bass in it. I fished in it and caught like one or two. But apparently they're getting fed enough by the bugs that they're not hungry enough for some kind of fake worm. Yeah, you have to be careful walking out here. Again, snakes, ticks. I'm trying to watch where I'm walking, because I just don't want to run up on no shoulder. Because if I did, guess what? If I had something, he would have no head, along with his no shoulders. Ow. I'm surprised I haven't walked upon a snake yet. We've already killed a rattlesnake this year. He was decent size. My mother-in-law she got a little bit too close to him. She didn't see him. Yeah, pond's not very big. Would be nice to get it. There's a few strikes out there. I know y'all can't hardly see it. There's a few little strikes out yonder. But the pond's kind of shallow. And the way this weather is, It's going. Sorry for the sniffling. It's gonna dry up eventually. It did one year. It got real close. That would have been the best time to try to dig it out and clean it up and let it fill back up and restock it. I would love to do that. Yeah, I heard a little fish up under this tree, striking at bugs up under this tree. Yeah, if I can get a little bit better at this, I will record myself fishing like Ayo and fishing with smalls. Yeah. You hear them frogs? Got dragonflies flying around above the water. Don't know if y'all can see that. Not very many, just a few. But if you stuck around this long enough to listen to me talk and ramble on, thank you. Thank you. And hopefully I haven't really bored you. Yeah, this is kind of boring watching somebody just walk and talk. And here's this fat head. Hopefully you come back. Put me a comment down there below and let me know, hey, we think you ought to try this out. Record yourself doing this and we'll watch you. Well, I hope so. It's good to get out and walk. I like to go to other places and check them out and walk and bring y'all along with me. And if we find any kind of abandoned places without getting in trouble, we'll do it. So thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Hit that notification bell, because whenever I do put out another video, you will know. Y'all have a good day. Thank you.